Okay, so this is a bit of a prologue video to the PT Lap Time series. Background video is just me doing some drifting around the test track that will be used in this series. In this video I will answer the questions of what, who, where, why, etc. So, what is the PT Lap Time series? If you've ever watched Brophy 1322, then yes, this series has been inspired by his series that he does for GTA 5. I want to do one for Project Torque that will be very similar to that. If you haven't seen his series before, to go into detail about it, it is doing lap tests with all vehicles around the same track by the same driver, removing as many variables as possible to get a ranking for the cars and see how close they really are to each other in lap times. However, I'll plan to add a little bit of extra flavor of likeness of like Top Gear and so forth to it to make it a little more interesting. Who is doing all this testing? I, Khrono Fujiwara, will be doing the testing for arcade, and Nos Wasted will be doing the testing for sim. Neither of us are claiming to be the best drivers in the game. Not in any way, shape, or form. However, even if you can drive the cars faster, the results should be very similar in comparison to how the cars relate to each other as far as their lap times. Why times in both arcade and sim? Why not just do one set of times? Well, arcade and sim have very different physics, so cars could have vastly different lap times and a different feel to how they drive depending on the mode. Also, I will be using a controller for arcade and Nos will be using a wheel setup for sim. So we are expecting both to be vastly different experiences and times for each car, thus we need two of us testing. Also, Nos is far better at sim, as I have very little experience in the mode. So a big thanks to him for helping me with this series, because without him, I wouldn't be able to give you sim times, which are going to be, I'm pretty sure they're going to be very different from the times in arcade. And the car ranking should be different for sim, I think, possibly. Okay. Where are we doing these laps at? Well, we've chosen the Norrlandering track in the Nurgenhawk map. I'm sure I butchered that, but I don't speak the language, so deal with it. It is also, as I said earlier, the track in the background of this video. We chose this map because it is long enough to get a very clear difference to lap times, and it has a little bit of everything that you'd want on a testing track. Long straights compare each car's speed and acceleration, different kinds of turns to show all kinds of handling situations, and even some slight elevation changes. It will allow us to fully identify and share with you what the strengths and weaknesses of each car is. How are we testing them? We will run each car for several laps in practice mode and document the best time we achieve while running the course. I will also show some footage for each car from the fastest lap as they are presented and talked about. We will also going to be using balancers to make the cars tuned, so to speak, to go racing. We will share the balancer setup that we use, however, balancers are more about how the car feels to race for you personally, so our setups are not the gospel of what is the absolute best for the car, just what worked for us. We both highly suggest experimenting yourselves and finding the setup that will suit your driving style. When do we intend to release these videos? Well, the goal is to shoot for once a month. Although it may not happen that way, it might take a little longer between videos, as it takes a lot of time to run the testing and to edit the videos and compile all the info and add our commentary to it. So we do hope you enjoy this series and find it educational. But just keep a lookout for those in the coming months, as we intend to start releasing them sometime in the next few months. That's going to be it for this video, and I hope this series is enjoyable to you. I hope this is something that you look forward to, and I'll see you guys in the next video.